Well, the good news is the iPhone 14 is getting 2 new cameras being added this year. Today I want to go over the specs of these cameras and what they will be for. I also want to give you guys the latest on the iPhone 14 release date and price with specs as well. So it's a matter of weeks to WWDC 2022 and everybody is looking forward to some great new software features for iPhones and other Apple devices. WWDC 2022 will be Apple's second 2022 event, as the last one we had was Apple's peak performance event, and that happened in March time, and the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro got some additional gorgeous green colours introduced. After WWDC, the next Apple event is going to be the Apple iPhone event, and I'll talk about when this is happening a little bit later on in the video. However, as we're getting closer to the release date now, I'm splitting the reports and leaks for the iPhone 14 and the new iPhone 14 Max into one video and having the details about the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max into another. Today I'm going to focus on the details for the iPhone 14 and that brand new iPhone 14 Max, but keep an eye out on my channel for details for the other iPhone 14 Pro models, as I'll be making a video soon for these. So let's talk about the iPhone 14 cameras. A new report has come in telling us that all the iPhone 14 models are going to be getting some camera upgrades on the front facing notch and also that hole punch and pill design. The report has come in from Min-Chi Kuo, who has said that we will now be getting an upgraded front facing camera system with a wide and also an ultra wide camera lens. The biggest change is the aperture, as it will now be a 1.9 aperture, whereas on the iPhone 13 models in comparisons it's a 2.2 aperture. It is believed that these two new lenses will work together to give you better portrait photos and far better depth of field when taking a selfie. With the camera taking wider angle shot, this also means that you could probably get more people into a group photo for a selfie. It's also possible that center stage is finally coming to the iPhone this year, as this has been available on every iPad model out there, and also it's now available on the new Studio display that came out earlier this year. So it makes complete sense for Apple to bring center stage to all of their devices, and it looks like this time round it's coming to the iPhone 14. So next, release date and price, but now is a good time than more than ever to mention that all reports and leaks that you are seeing right here are not 100% proof that they will come true with the new iPhone. I can only present to you what reports or information that is out there. However, if you are watching this video, you're as curious as I am in knowing what is going to be said about the next generation iPhone anyway. So let's do the release date and prices next. So based on no chip shortages or components being hard to come by from now until the end of summer 2022, it is believed that the iPhone 14 Pro and other iPhone 14 models will be out at the end of September 2022. How do we know that the release date is going to be the end of September? Well, let me just do a quick history lesson of iPhone releases. So if we go back to the iPhone 4S in 2011, this classic iPhone came out on October 14th that year. Then skip a year to 2012 with the iPhone 5, it was September 21st, 2012. Then let's skip a few years ahead of that to 2016, where it was the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus, and the release year for that was September 16th. In 2019 we saw the release of the iPhone XS on September 21st and the XR on October 26th, and last year, for example, with the iPhone 12 models, the release dates were October 23rd to November 13th. Now mainly you can see release dates have either been kind of mid-end September to kind of end October if there's something special coming out or something a bit different, with the main exception of 2021 where it was a bit unusual for the iPhone 12 to come out a bit later, but this was due to COVID, so we did have a release on all the models. However, this year in 2021 we're back on schedule with the iPhone 13, and that's being released at the end of September, with all 4 models having a date of their release of September 24th. So for 2022, Apple will be planning an event just before this happens. However, we'll see another event for other Apple products like the MacBooks, iPads, Apple Watch, AirPods and loads more other bits and pieces around that time. And if you want more info about those products, do check out my other videos on this channel and make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell